Well, good day, folks. Been a little while since I made a video, and pretty much because I don't have a lot to say. You know, I guess over recent weeks I've just been thinking about things and wasting more time than is necessary on social media. But it's fun because it helps you fine-tune the mind a bit. You know, you can go to Facebook groups and discuss this and discuss that. I used to spend a bit of time on Quora. Find myself spending less and less time there because you're basically getting repetition of the same questions over and over and over. Whereas, once you've had the discussion, it should be that. And you would think that people asking the same question over and over should just get linked to the one that's done. So there's a lot of things that have been done. We are in the year 2022, and the summer solstice passed just yesterday. We're going through a new moon phase, probably exactly now, or give or take a few hours. I didn't really look at the calendar that closely, but it's the new moon. So it's a new moon Christmas, basically. As of the 22nd yesterday, according to tradition, the Son of God has sunk below the horizon from the northern hemisphere so far down that it died. Set has killed. Rah! The sun has set. And for 3 days and nights it stays in the underworld, beneath the horizon. This is where all these traditions began. And so after 3 days and nights in the underworld, it will rise again. The giver of light and life, the Son of God, in accordance with the scriptures. You can't make this stuff up. Well, you can, I suppose. So anyway, the Christmas myth is busted. Here in the outer hemisphere, sail southwards, becomes southwards. You're heading south. And that's what outwards is. So here in the outer part of the realm we live upon, because you can have a sphere of influence, and we are influenced by living on this realm, which is a sphere. It doesn't always necessarily mean a round ball. That was just given that name secondary to be a sphere, but spherical doesn't necessarily mean what we think spherical means. It means realm. So here in the outer hemisphere, hemis from atmos, probably, because it's the, who cares, half of the sphere, the outer part. Well, from our perspective, this is our longest, well, yesterday was our longest day of the year. It's raining here now, of course, because they've been chemtrailing for days. But anyway, we have experienced our longest day of the year in the outer part, while the inner hemisphere, with the north sound, it's the northern, where the Nordics come from in the north. That's why it's the inner. They're having their shortest day of the year. And so now the sun is beginning to rise in their southern sky, whereas for us it is starting to sink in our northern sky, which will make our days shorter and their days longer. Nothing is ever as it seems. But the thing I think that's most relevant to think of right now is the fact that it is the year 2022. And that number is supposed to be significant of something, and it signifies 2022 years since the death of Christ. But is it? There's a lot of evidence to suggest it is not, especially the way things were dated and coins were stamped. Is the one was usually signified as an I or a J, which stands for Isaiah, Jesus, whatever you want to know him by. It was basically in the year of our Lord, date of the stamp, 3 figures. So 1616, for example, was the year 616 since the death of Christ. And somewhere along the line, only recently, in the last couple of hundred years, it got altered so that the I became a 1. And so we think we're living in the year 2022, but if you take away 1 from that, as in the 1,000, then we're living in the year 1022. Hence, the Dark Ages are just missing from our history books. They're assumed to have existed, but basically we've got things happening 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. But that time between naught and that is gone. It's dark. And that's probably why, because we've been given 1,000 years more than actually happened. But the thing is, in these last couple of 100 years, maybe less, maybe even the last couple of decades, we're supposed to assume that scientific thinking and consensus, because we've got these computers and we've got these microscopes, electron microscopes, we've got digital enhancement, we've got all sorts of whiz-bang technology, CERN, we've been to the moon, we've done all this magnificent scientific stuff in recent times past. But what has science done for us? It's given us lots of gimmicks, lots of things, lots of methods to communicate. But what has it actually done to make life better for the people who are going without the basic day-to-day necessities such as shelter, food and water? I mean, how many people are living on the streets today? How many people are living in lands that don't have access to any of those things? We have the technology. The thing that's gone wrong is that science is working for the wrong God. That's what's gone wrong. Man cannot serve 2 gods or 2 masters. So if you worship the love of money, wealth and gain, then you will grow to hate the other master. And the other master is the one who says you gain the most by what you give. But what you give to the world, our realm we live upon, will give back to you in true wealth. You know, once you start valuing money, you can never get enough. But if you appreciate money and you just use it as a tool, the same way you use any tool to do any job, whether you have to bang in a hammer or saw through some wood, or whatever you do, the tool is valuable as the tool. And then when you're done with it, you put it aside, you store it in a safe place until you use it again. And that's all that money should be, is just a tool. Now, if you've got a massive warehouse full of tools that you will never use, then your purpose is being wasted. Your ability to enhance mankind is being wasted. You're being a dog in a manger. You're putting away tools that other people could use to make their lives better, to make everybody's lives better. Why? Why would you walk past somebody who's trying to hammer a nail in with his fist when you've got a bag full of 20 hammers and you could just give him one? Why? Why just won't you distribute your tools equitably to the people who need it? You can't take all your tools with you. You can't bang 20 nails at a time. You can't bang 2 million nails at a time. You can bang one at a time. That's all you need in the given moment. One hammer. If you've got a bag full of hammers, give them to the people that need hammers. And that is all money is a tool. A tool that can help a person to build their lives better. And when their lives are better, your life will be better, because you're going to live in a lot less fear of them saying, look at that prick not sharing all his tools. Maybe we should go and pinch some from him so that we can use them, because we really need those tools. And you're withholding them because you think you're going to need them in the future. There is no future if you can't live here in the now. So science, get your act together. Get your act together and realise that your true purpose is to build a better future. Not to build your better now on the backbones of all the hard-working people who you convince have to pay a fee to use your tiny little insignificant tool, whether it be Windows or whatever. Give your gifts freely to the world. Share the wealth, and we're all going to be better off. And you will live in a lot less fear. This is my Christmas message this year, 2022. We have a bright future. A very bright future. And I see nothing but wealth and abundance for all of us if we give away this insane belief that if we store tools for the future, we'll be better off. We just have to use them in the here and now. Build what has to be built. And help others to build towards the same goal that we would wish upon our grandchildren. Do we wish to send them into more and more slavery and debt? Or are we going to set them free from the sins of our past?